The Kenya Private Sector Alliance is engaging the government on an economic stimulus package to ensure minimal job losses, cushion small and medium enterprises, and produce the needed health essentials to mitigate the effects of COVID-19. That is one of the measures that KEPSA is taken up under the economic category of intervention, with health and food being the other key categories of its action plan. Under the health category, KEPSA's plan aims at ensuring that local businesses are manufacturing as many health essentials as needed to effectively tackle the pandemic. KEPSA has come up with a food delivery plan with initiatives to feed members, employees, as well as distribute food to some of the informal settlements. The government finds itself between a rock and a hard place when it comes to availing an economic stimulus package given the financial constraints it was already facing prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has begun collecting data on the volumes of surplus staple foods in 26 counties, food-producing counties that is, as it prepares for a possible food shortage, especially for vulnerable households in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Victor Kiprop reports on how the spread of the virus across the country is leaving more worried about food than they are about their health.
The coronavirus pandemic ravages through different countries in the world. Governments are working around the clock to curb the spread and minimize fatalities from new infections. But as more industries and businesses shut down operations in Kenya, millions of people who live hand to mouth have been denied income as the health crisis slowly turns into a food security crisis. In a letter to 26 food-producing counties, Crops Development Principal Secretary Hamadi Boga wants the counties to collect, validate and share data on volumes of surplus staple food items including rice, maize, beans, green grams, pigeon peas, wheat, millet and sorghum, which the government can purchase for emergency purposes. The purchase of surplus food items from counties is part of the measures being put in place by the government in order to ensure the country's population, including low-income and vulnerable households, are food secure, even as the country continues to battle the deadly virus. But there is a problem, as at early March this year, Kenya was already staring at an acute shortage of maize and needed to import 2 million bags of white maize to boost supply of the commodity, a plan which has since collapsed due to disputes between the Strategic Food Reserve and the Ministry of Agriculture. In 2019, the Ministry of Agriculture estimated that maize production in Kenya would drop by 11 million bags to 33 million bags due to reduced acreage under the crop and a devastating drought during the planting season. The ongoing locust attack, which has been reported in most parts of the country, is also likely to complicate matters even further. For every 100 shillings earned, data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics show that an average Kenyan spends 45 shillings on food and drinks. But as the number of coronavirus cases in Kenya keeps rising and the government continues to apply more drastic measures, the less easier it will be to put food on the table for many Kenyans. Victor Kiprop, NTV.